Hello guys, and how are you doing today? So I told you that as soon as I got one of these Hurricane engines to work on, I'd do a video on it. Now this isn't nothing special, but it could be something simple that any one of you guys could overlook if you're doing any modifications on here. So what we have is a 25 with 5,000 miles on it, and the customer installed their own K&N air filter. What we have is a P0101 mass or volume airflow A circuit range or performance. K&N, the lovely guys down there, have given you the spot on this intake tube where the mass airflow sensor is supposed to go. The mass airflow sensor is directional, meaning you cannot put it in backwards on a factory air filter tube. As you can see here, you have this plate that K&N provides for the sensor to mount into, and the plate is directional to the sensor. However, it is not directional to the tube, and the customer put it in thinking that the end of the connector needed to be pointing up, and it had the airflow sensor in backwards. So I cleared the codes after I relocated that mass airflow sensor, turned it the correct way, and then drove it, and it drives fine. And boy, let me tell you what, this high output Hurricane, it drives really fine. Impressed. It'll tell. You know, we've got to give it time to see if these engines are going to last, or if they're going to throw at us some crap like that 3.5 liter Ford, whatever you want to call that. Neither one of them are a whole bunch of eco, even though they have eco in their name. I'm not convinced that these things are any better at fuel mileage than a Hemi. In fact, I've seen some of them sit right there around 14 miles per gallon, which my Hemi is 240,000 miles on a 14, and I get 17, 18 miles per gallon. But whatever, this thing's got 100 more horse than mine does. So anyway, just want to let you guys know, if you're installing your own stuff, make sure you pay attention. If that sensor comes out one way, it probably needs to go back in the same direction. It's a pretty easy thing to miss, and I don't blame somebody who's not familiar with this kind of stuff, but if it wasn't for these kinds of videos being made, nobody would know. So now you know. Anyway, like, comment, share, all that good stuff, and we'll talk to you guys later.